Everyone talks about chasing the American dream. I lived it for over a decade and then I walked away. Not because I failed, but because survival wasn't enough anymore. I wanted freedom, and oddly enough, I had to come back to India to find it. I moved to US at 21 to study at Duke University. Fresh off the boat, I thought I had accomplished my American dream. But no one talks about what it takes to maintain that dream. Rent, astronomical. Healthcare, a privilege. Visa anxiety, constant. I worked hard, but I lived scared. And I started wondering, is this really freedom or just a high-priced cage? There were nights I couldn't sleep thinking, what if I get sick? What if my visa doesn't get renewed? What if the job isn't enough? The constant pressure chips away at your joy. Then life threw a curveball. I lost my dad when I was 23. My mom was alone in India. She wanted me to come back, but we had just spent 40 lakhs on my education. No loans, but a lifetime of my parents' sacrifices. I had just landed my first job as a business process analyst. No real experience, no roadmap, and I didn't want to quit the rat race in US only to join the same one in India. A few months after I went back to the US after my dad's funeral, there came a layoff. There was no warning, no closure, just let's get this over with. On a work visa, that meant I had 90 days to start over or leave. I was terrified, to say the least. Not just about being jobless, but about losing everything that I had built. And there was this one question echoing in my head. I had done everything right, so why do I feel disposable? So I did what every immigrant does. I hustled and found another job within 90 days. That moment changed everything. I never wanted to feel that helpless again, so I upskilled, be it UX strategy, business, or communication. I just learned whatever I could. I worked 9 to 5 to survive and 5 to 9 to build something of my own. My dad always said, find work you love and you'll never work a day in your life. So I went looking. After work, I'd spend hours taking online courses, everything starting from product management to design. I spent thousands of dollars on this. Some things clicked, most didn't, until I found UX at 27. Although I dabble in it before, creating wireframes at one of my early jobs, once I presented it to the client, she thought it was the real product and tried to click through it. That moment stuck with me. I felt proud of the impact I created. That's when I realized this is it, this is what I want to do. So I joined this course on Springboard to add structure to what I was learning and started freelancing, took on volunteer projects, helped companies while figuring out how to do UX research, strategy, design by myself. I tried, I failed, I learned. Eventually, I went all in on freelancing. Learned how to pitch, learned how to position myself. But the biggest shift wasn't in my tools, it was in my mindset. My first freelance gig was at $18 an hour, and today I can charge as high as $130 an hour. That did not happen overnight, but it did happen because I stopped being just a designer and started being a strategic partner to my clients, and they depend on me for that. As I kept growing, I saw the same pattern. So many UX freelancers stay stuck in the task mode, designing what they're told and chasing gigs. That was me until I started solving real business problems and not just design problems. That shift in me changed everything. I raised my rates, took ownership of my career, and I realized that this is teachable. That's why I created Freelance Theory to help other UX freelancers like me position themselves as problem solvers, pitch and negotiate strategically, and build sustainable businesses without the burnout. This isn't about doing more, it's about thinking better and solving client problems and getting paid for it. These days, I work part-time by choice. Half of the week, I help clients untangle messy UX problems, and the rest, I coach freelancers who want the same freedom. I teach them how to think strategically and ask better questions and get paid for their thinking and not just their Figma files. I'm just a few years from my FIRE goal. I live well, save aggressively, and don't have to be stingy to feel secure. That balance, I never had it in the US. Now I do, on my terms. I gave up the American dream and built something better. Freelance Theory isn't just a brand, it's the playbook I wish I had when I first started. If you're a UX freelancer or an agency owner who's ready to be seen as a strategic partner, let's connect. Hit subscribe for real-world UX strategies that I use to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month working part-time. And you could also DM me on LinkedIn for case studies, mindset shifts, and behind the scenes. Let's get you out of the execution trap and into the career you never need to escape from.